So you can now see here, it's identified it as the vintage Lava Lock Black Star action figure, 1983 Gloob Filmation toy, the image that we searched for. I get this little like 7-day pulse here that tells me how many have sold recently. So this might not come as a surprise to anyone, but I like to collect vintage and retro toys. I've been collecting them now for a little over a year or two, and occasionally I buy, sell, and flip some of these toys. Sometimes I make a profit, and sometimes I don't. Hey, it's me from the future when I'm editing this. Thought I'd also just share some of my eBay sales so you see like what I'm actually doing. Here's kind of my performance for the year. I think I'm doing something terribly wrong on my selling costs. I think it's something to do with my shipping. But you can see here I've sold 49 items this year, totaling $960. I think I've spent around $250 on buying toys and inventory as I've gone. This is over the course of the year. I bought a couple of really big lots and I got really lucky, I'm not gonna lie. My 1s and 2s flipping has been okay. I'll try and put anything that I talk about in this video that I have sold. I'll go ahead and throw the actual sale price that I made on it up here. Yeah, thanks. But it's fun. It's something that I enjoy. I get to engage in this kind of off and weird culture, and I'm always looking for something new and exciting. But when I was doing more of the flipping, I kind of noticed I had a problem. I'd be out shopping or at a yard sale, or maybe a antique toy mall, estate sales, any place where I might be able to find some sort of deal. And what I noticed is a lot of the times I would recognize a toy, like I've seen it before, I know what it is. Not that I know what it is, but I know that it's something from the 80s or 90s, and it's kind of like itching, scratching at my brain that I can't figure out what it is. And I want to know if it's worth, adding to my collection, or if it's something that I might be able to flip in another environment. And I found myself kind of always repeating this same workflow. So I'd come across a toy and want to understand if it was worth me flipping. So what I would do is I would take the toy, a picture of it, or a link to the URL, and I would use Google Lens to search for that, identify what the toy is. In this case, I now know this is, Lava Lock from Black Star, but I had never seen this toy before. So I thought, hey, there might be something here. So I Google Lensed it, identified what this was, and now I said, okay, well, let's see what it's actually selling for. So I would go over to eBay, I would type in Lava Lock Black Star, and then maybe I'd scroll down and I'd want to only look at those that were sold. Then I would see, okay, one sold in the last 90 days, here's some other matches, and I would decide if this was worth my time. And I found myself doing this over and over and over. Thought to myself, there has to be a better way. This is like taking up too much time. It's like difficult. It doesn't seem like a lot, but doing it repetitively and over just felt like something that I could improve. So I built a tool to do just that. Let's say we want to replicate that entire workflow in the tool. I can paste the same URL and I can click search. Behind the scenes, it's going to start replicating that entire workflow. I haven't really added an indicator here that it's running, but it is running. It takes about 20 to 30 seconds per search. And after it's completed, we'll get results and some statistics about this item. So you can now see here, it's identified it as the vintage Lava Lock Black Star action figure, 1983 Gloob Filmation toy, the image that we searched for. I get this little like 7-day pulse here that tells me how many have sold recently. I get the 90-day low selling, the 90-day high, and then the average sold. I can see that there were 60 sold in the last 90 days. And then I can go through and actually look at some of these most similar results here, as well as some of the most recent sales. So you can see in the similar results, we're definitely getting more of that lava lock, and in the recent sales, we're getting more from Black Star as a whole. So we can click these and go right to the posting, if I wanted to go and, actually see more, how many people were watching it. And just to show this again, we'll do this with one that I actually encountered recently. So I found this listing for these two really small figures. I had no clue what these were. They just looked really interesting, and I wanted to kind of see if there was something there. I feel like I had seen them somewhere or in a video that I watched. So I can take this here as well. We can go back, and now we'll do another search for this image and see if it helps us identify what these are and what they sell for. Okay, so we get our results back here, and it's identified it as Battlestar Galactica Cylon Raider Pilot 2-inch action figure Mattel 1978. And that's what these are. They're the Cylon Raider pilots and Centurion pilot. We can see there's a 90-day low of $5, average sale $44, a high of $264. That's probably like with the ship. How many we sold recently, sell-through rate, and then we can see those similar sales and most recent sales. Here we're actually getting the larger figure in the recent sales, and so the similar sales would definitely be more effective here. We'll do it one more time. This is a toy I actually own, and I knew it was Street Sharks adjacent. I just didn't necessarily know the exact property, and I was struggling to figure out what to look for. Half-price books for $4. And I just didn't know, $4 something. What is this? Is this? I just didn't understand. So I did my workflow, figured it out, ended up purchasing it. But we'll run it again. Dream Dinosaur Spike, Triceratops, 1996. Our 7-day pulse, 90-day low, average, high. How many are listed? So the 90 days sold is only returning 60 results max. I think I've got some items to change in the API to get that. But then we can see here our sales. Yeah, so it's just a fun little side project. I don't have it deployed anywhere. I don't really know exactly what I'm going to do with it yet, but it's been a nice little tool to help me understand if toys are worth flipping or if there's a market for something I'm interested in. I just thought I would share it with you all. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if you want more videos like this. Let me know if you want to see some of my other projects that I've built over the last year. Thanks.